Hi, I'm Elijah Reese. Here we are at Splousched Studios. It's July 6th, 2011. And 5 years ago today, we opened. That's right, we've surprisingly been here for half a decade. Oh boy. And because it's our 5th birthday, we're gonna be counting down a list I made, yes me, not anyone else, not you, not you, not you, of the top 10 greatest moments in Splousched history. 5 years of programming and 10 moments that have defined Splousched Studios in my mind and in yours. So, let's stop wasting time. We do have a few guests that are going to come in, but they'll be here eventually. And let's start with number 1. The grand reopening of July 2007. Let's face it, Splousched Studios in 2007 was never the most spacious place. Practically 1/4 of the studio was covered by a broken air hockey table, a drum set, and an old wooden table. Also, the paint on the walls was put there in 2004 and needed something to make the studio look more alive. So in July 2007, I brought a few cans of paint and thought of a plan. A plan to make Splousched Studios look cooler to viewers, to me, and to make more space for physical challenges. So over the course of a month in July 2007, Splousched Studios was renovated. Paint was splattered all over the walls. Signs like the Wall of Slime, Welcome, Stage 1, and the famous Splousched Studios sign were painted on, and the GAC kitchen was opened along with the music center for entertainment. So on July 29th, 2007, I reopened the studio for filming along with my friends. If we only knew that I would close the studio just 5 months later and it wouldn't be used for another year and a half. But it was great that we finished our hard work and that the studio was open again. Oh yes, that was a fun time that we reopened it right here, and that happened. So, number 9 is Dewey's Anatomy, Episode 1, from December 2006. Dewey's Anatomy was single-handedly the weirdest show Splousched ever made. And that's what made it incredible. My friend Michael Dewey loved Grey's Anatomy, so we decided in December 2006 that we'd make a spoof show with him as the doctor and the show about the hospital and things that go on in it. The pilot was a disaster. I practically laughed the whole time when I was supposed to be out by anesthesia. Not to mention my friend Brian, who played Wesley, I don't know. He was flipping off the camera most of the time. Also, this was when I was in 6th grade and I played a transvestite. Not a lot of people can say that by 6th grade. But due to its craziness and its hilarity, Dewey's Anatomy remains an inside joke between all of us that we were still to this day. There was a second episode made in August 2009, but... yeah, let's not go there. It's funny to look back on, and that's why it deserves this number 9 spot. Yes, we'd all like to forget that, even though it is number 9 on the countdown. Number 8 on the countdown is something we all remember and is surprisingly still on this account on Retro Freak 84, the grand re-opening on May 18th, 2009. After I shut down Splousched for good on December 31st, 2007, all hope was lost. I went through a million accounts on and off YouTube and I was pretty much being a mecha douche troll to my viewers. I'm great. But after a year and a half, I decided to grow up and reopen the studio for programming. Finally, having a good following on my recent Retro Freak 84 account inspired me. So my friends and I cleaned up, touched up paint, and rolled the camera. And on May 18th, 2007, 2 years to the date that Triple Dare 2007 Episode 1 aired, we opened the studio as a surprise. Legitimately, nobody knew. So the special was a fun experiment where my friend Harry and I did stupid skits and showed off the studio had to offer the things that it was to offer. But when the greatest slime recipe known to man gets lost because of me, all hell breaks loose. But eventually we find it and ended the special. Too bad it was never said what that recipe was. It was fun to do and started off the 2009 year very well. Listen you, if you take another step past that red line, I'm gonna turn you up so hard that your head'll... Oh, hey, we're back! Well, yes. that was a great time Harry and I had reopening the studio again, and none of you knew about it. Now we're going on to number 7. Number 7 is the only clip on this list that you've never seen. Why? I've never put it on the internet and I've kept it inside my hard drive all these years, but it's being leaked out. The hanging of Chief Greenfellow. Back in late 2007, prior to the announcement of the studio shutdown, I thought of a game show that would be a spin on Legends of the Hidden Temple called Legends of the Hidden Splousched. Let's face it, the idea would never have worked, and it made no sense. But the person who was to be the assistant host, like Olmec was on Legends of the Hidden Temple, was a punching figure man we named Chief Greenfellow. Somehow we were going to make his eyes and mouth light up red when he talked, which would be my friend's voice dubbed over it. Obviously it was too much for us to think of, so we pulled the idea for the show. But before I decided to end Splousched with Triple Dare Episode 5 in December 2007, my friend Jacob and I ended it by hanging Chief Greenfellow. Yes, we hanged him. But the clip was found useless and luckily never aired until now. But look at this. It's hilarious. We hanged the poor guy.
To hang Chief Greenfeather. You know what? What am I covering my face? Okay, let's just take a few moments to say some nice things. He
kind of sucked.
Yeah, but he was there and...
He didn't even give me the right directions. Like, I got cocked by that freaking temple guard.
Okay, here we go. Ready, folks?
Ready?
3,
2,
1.
His face!
Let me check his pulse. He's dead.
Yeah.
Well, as promised, we killed him off. Hope it makes you guys happy.
Oh well, burn in hell, Chiefy. Yes, now you all know why we couldn't put that up 3 years ago when it happened. Number 6 is a great moment that's sort of infamous. Triple Dare 2007, Episode 1. The promise was kept and the cameras rolled. On May 18th, 2007, after 2 months of promises that were surprisingly kept, Triple Dare 2007, a spin on Nickelodeon's Double Dare, was filmed and aired on YouTube. This was a continuation of the non-filmed show my friends and I used to play in the summer prior down there called Triple Dare 2006. We'll get to that later. The show was out of control and we loved every minute of it. Physical challenges, questions, and at the end, slime. We had a great time, but looking back, the show was pretty lame and mediocre. But then again, for a 6th grader, pretty damn impressive. I also remember that it was supposed to air the night before, but we were all busy, so my channel viewers went insane on my wall talking about if I had BS'd them or not.
Why didn't you put it on last night? Oh my god, you only have patience. No. Yeah. Okay, so...
I didn't. It was fun for the time, and 'twas a good pilot episode for YouTube.
And now...
Yes, Triple Dare 2007 Episode 1 was a nice experiment that turned out okay. Number 5 is something that happened quite recently. Bobby's reaction to the destruction of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 at the 2011 Splousched Studios New Year's Special. The Splousched Studios 2011 New Year's Special. Due to legal issues, I can't really say much about this season closer, but one skit always comes to mind when I think of it. My musician friend Bobby Mahoney had to do a skit where he finds out about the fact that I destroyed a VHS copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle 3, which sucked. But he totally overdid the fact that he had to be sad. Look at him. He's bawling. He even used the tissues to wipe his face that was used by John Alba to... Never mind. I was partially dying behind the camera, and I just laughed and laughed and laughed, and that's why it deserves this worthy number 5 spot. You bastards.
You bastard!
Yes, Bobby is a very good fake crier. Wait, he was actually crying? Gee, joke's on him. Okay. Number 4 on our countdown is something that also happened quite recently. Splousched Studios explosion at the 2011 opening day special. Here's the clip. Another special I'm not allowed to speak of due to legal issues was the very recent 2011 Splousched Studios opening day special that aired in May. Skits, skits, and more skits. But due to his hatred for me in the studio, our co-host John Alba decided to blow us up. He went backstage to the forbidden Stage 2, which clearly says do not enter on the door, and hit the self-destruct button. Why we had a self-destruct button put in, I don't know. I'll have to contact the manager, who's been dead for 40 years. The whole studio started to shake, and we blew up. It's okay. We seem to have cleaned up for this special. How we survived, I don't know. But John didn't survive, and they say his ghost haunts the studio at night. It was funny for you, painful for us, so it deserves this number 4 spot in our countdown.